guys, welcome to another beautiful episode of Q&A with Pastor Chris. And today we're going to be answering the question, is it right for a Christian to get married to a Muslim and vice versa? But before that, watch this video.
Dear Pastor Chris, God is blessing me with a man and a marriage, but he's a Muslim and he wants me to take his religion. I come from a born-again Christian family and I don't know what to do. He wants me to marry him. I strongly believe in God and that he is the only God. Please tell me what to do. I am confused. You are not confused. The point is you may be trying to confuse yourself because here you said God is blessing you with a man and a marriage and he is a Muslim, meaning that he is not a Christian. Now, God cannot be blessing you with a non-Christian to marry. Let me read something to you from the Bible. In 1 Corinthians chapter 7, reading from verse 39, it says, "The wife is bound by the law as long as her husband liveth. But if her husband be dead, she is at liberty to be married to whom she will, only in the Lord." Now, this is in a situation where a lady was already married and then her husband died. So this is a widow. Now, and she wants to marry again. You know, because she's a widow, she's already, she's no longer under her husband. She's no longer under her parents. But now she wants to get married. So it's not parental instruction now. So what's she going to do? The Bible says she's free to be married to whom she will, except that it must be in the Lord. That means it must be a Christian. That means it must be guided by Christian principles. So it's just that simple. God can't say this one and then bless you with a non-Christian. Now, if you study the rest of that particular book, that whole chapter, you discover several things. Firstly, he explains to us that a man and a woman who are married, if one of them is not a Christian and wants to leave, he could leave. Then he says a brother or sister is not under bondage in such cases. In other words, that person doesn't have to insist on the marriage. Can you imagine how seriously God takes being a Christian in a marriage? It's so important that God could let that marriage break just because one of them is not a Christian. So it tells you something. So it's not true that God is blessing you with a man and a marriage and the man is not a Christian. Definitely that blessing is not Jesus Christ blessing you. It's not a blessing. There's trouble about to happen. So you better be watchful and get out of it.
Okay, so you've heard from Pastor. I would actually say there's a place of prayer, so you should pray about it, right? Hear God's voice about the person. It actually takes two to agree. So you want to know what is God's voice concerning that person. Marriage is not something you actually rush into. If you rush into it, you might end up rushing out of it. So you want to hear God's voice about that person. Pray to know what is God saying about this person. 2 Corinthians 6:14 says, "Do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers." So you want to know, if this person, if you try and you see that okay, it's not working, then you shouldn't be in it. Just let it go and God will definitely give you a better person. So yeah, do also like this video, comment, share, and follow this page. Thank you. Bye.
I don't wanna go out. I just wanna stay with you. 'Cause everyone is so